Oh. Oh, dearie me, what can the matter be? I really don't know. Da, 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 da. Hello, everybody. If anybody is watching, nobody's watching. One person's watching. Just one little lonely person. Oh, dear. Well, then again, it is nearly 10 to 9 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Who have we got? We got some stuff in it. Oh, hang on. We got Matthew. Hello, Matthew, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. That might be a little bit misleading. That tag, morning hospital live. I'm actually at Canterbury Hospital. I've just had to take me auntie over to the hospital for a scan. That's it. It's nothing to do with me, thank God. But yeah, maybe I should have phrased that a little bit differently, like hospital visit or something. But yeah, I'm just sitting in the car park. It's 5 to 9. I think her appointment is not until 9:30. So I figured, what can I do while I'm in the car for an hour or so? Do a live chat. Why not? Mr. Magpie, hello, matey. What's this all about? Yeah, I think I'll change the tagline. I think I'll change the title of it when the stream's finished, because that might mislead a lot of people. At the moment, I think it's what do they call it? Bait. Hello, Lewis. Hello. Didn't expect you to go live this early. Yeah. As I say, I'm at the hospital, just taking my auntie over. I don't know how long the stream's going to be. Might be half hour, might be an hour. As I say, she's got an appointment in half hour. We got over here early. So we'll see how it goes. It's a bit awkward because I've got it dash mounted, so it's not my usual setup. Hello, Jordan. Joseph, hello. It was snow day Wednesday. Do you know what? It really wasn't. It really wasn't down here for me. Funny thing is, I walked outside my house and there was zero, nothing at all. I got a mile outside my house on the sort of like higher ground, and there was I'd say about a centimetre of snow. It was very white. But then I drove 11 miles and there was nothing. And literally for the last 2 days, all it's done is rain hard. Temperature wise, what are we at the moment? Let's have a look, see what's in the car. 7 degrees, so it's in the pluses, and it's going to be about 11 degrees, I think, on Sunday. But yeah, we seem to have missed all of the snow. We just had a little fraction of it like that on Wednesday, but like I say, it's been raining like mad for the last 2 days, and I think if the temperature had been 0 or below, this just would have all been snow. But we were lucky to escape it. Yeah, just. Daniel is here. Hello, Daniel. Don't change the title. That's how you get the clicks. It is, isn't it? It's bait. Yeah. Maybe I'll add something to it, like Paul's emergency hospital stream. Not like that last one I did. Do you remember the first stream that I did when I had my pulmonary embolism, and I actually did a live chat from the hospital bed. I had the gown on and everything. I didn't think there'd be this many people watching at like 9 o'clock on a weekday morning. Be careful. No cheeky buggers throw snow at your car. School's off today. No snow whatsoever. So don't have to worry about that. No kids off school because there's no snow. It's alive. It is. And I've just been into the hospital. Because I fancied a drink. They've actually got a Costa in there. I know they have restaurants in most hospitals, but it's kind of like it looks like a caravan. It's kind of like a makeshift caravan in the hospital, not an actual Costa restaurant. And they don't take cash, they only take card. But I got a nice decaf cappuccino, so very nice. And good morning, Daniel. Here he is. Here's the old baldy. Here's the old triple baldy. He's got 3 films to go and watch today. If it's anything like here, what it's like then, you know, if it's like that in Bournemouth, then the best place to be is inside today. Matt says Scream 6 was good. Yes, it was. It was bloody good. I was just speaking to Jamie just now, just chatting on chat. I think I might even go and see it again, but I didn't know that there was an end credit scene. So, because I normally only stay for the end credits for like MCU and DC films. I don't normally stay for the end credits for other films, but yeah, somebody will have to let me know what happened on the end credit scene. Load of snow here in Darlington. Yeah, Jim Jam's last video last night with him coming home from work, it was just snow everywhere as well. So that's the thing about the Southeast, we just don't get it anymore. We haven't had it for years. Actually, I think the last time we had a big lot of snow was 2018, the Beast from the East. That was the last time. Before that, I don't really remember. I think I was at school back in the 80s. It's just weird. You know, back in the 80s, we used to get it all the time. But it just doesn't happen anymore. Could be because we're on the coast. Maybe we get like a warm continental air from south of France or something. I really don't know. I'm not a weatherman. Or is it a weather person? You're not allowed to say weatherman anymore. It's got to be weather person, isn't it? Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew. And Joseph, hello. I was looking forward for Doctor Who season 9 next week. Box set 21st of March. Is that like the big lavish ones, like the 40 quid ones that I know James Movie Bug's collecting those? It's a shame. What is it? The snow is really deep and heavy. That's what she said. Yeah. That's one thing we don't have to worry about anymore. You know, getting stuck in the snow and having to go out in the cold. Well, we still have to go into the cold, but not the cold snow. If you want to break away from the snow, come to Dover. See for the other day, Kate Blanchett, amazing performance. But that film was padded out to have been easily the 90 minutes that instead of 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was weird seeing Mark Strong with a wig. What is that? Is that Tar? Is that composer film you're talking about? Paul says, I think you'll enjoy Operation Fortune. Solid 7 out of 10. No, nowhere near as good as The Gentleman. It just kind of like came out of nowhere, didn't it? Not getting no cinema release or digital release or anything like that. Is that just a Flickster release? You know, an unauthorized one. I'm surprised we're not getting like a major release for that. What's that? The wife asked me last night how many inches she'd wake up to this morning. I said 2 inches if she's lucky. She said, I meant the snow, not you. Oh dear. To be completely honest, I'll check Scream 6 when it releases on digital. Cheeky bugger. You might cop some snow later, BP, as this weather system is moving east. don't know how far south it's going to go. Yeah, I've looked at the weather forecast. It doesn't seem like maybe we're going to be getting anything, because the temperature, it's not gone. It's not been cold for starters. It's been around about the 5 centigrade plus, and even now, like, it's 7, and it doesn't feel cold outside at all. And I've checked my thingy. Tomorrow, I think down here is going to be about 6, and then Sunday it's 11. So seems to be on the rise. And it's about 10 days, isn't it? And British summertime starts. Yeah. Steve is here. Are you seeing 65? Unfortunately not. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday are actually my working days. So really, I should be at work at the moment, but I took half a day. Excuse me, so I could take my auntie to hospital. So I have to be in at work probably about 1-ish, 1:30. But then I'm there until 8, and then I'm there for the whole weekend. So yeah, I won't get to see 65 until probably Tuesday, because of the Blu-ray hunt on Monday. So it's a film I really wanted to see. It looks fun. Yeah. So I'll have to wait for that one, unfortunately. AJ's here. Hello, mate. Are we at the bottom of the comments already? I didn't think there'd be that many comments, actually, this time of morning. People have gone to work. People are still in bed and all that kind of shit. Yes, I don't know what to chat about at the moment. I mean, I can play noughts and crosses on the Windows, but if anybody's got any other questions. 33 people watching. What's the matter with you? 9 o'clock in the morning. No, Matt, unfortunately, nothing at all. Just work. Oh, I would love to have had these 3 days off. I've had to kind of like switch my shifts around, or the office has asked me to switch my shifts around, because the 2 people on the opposite shift to me, one has gone on holiday to Goa for 2 weeks, and the other one has had to go into hospital to have half a lung removed. So he's not coming back anytime soon. So yeah, they needed someone on the opposite shift. Otherwise, there's no one working on the weekends. They'd have to try and scramble up some cover. So I agreed to swap over, and it's this week and next week, and then I go back to my old shifts. I go back to my regular shifts, because at the moment it's kind of like screwed everything up, because I've got to go and get my INR warfarin check. I was booked to do it on Wednesday next week, because I normally would have been off, but because I've swapped shifts, I'm now bloody working, so I've had to rearrange that. It's all very interesting, isn't it? No. AJ says, I'm at work in the office, but thought I'd pop in. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, AJ. Yes. Yeah. Something I've always wondered about, would I like working from home? It's kind of a 50-50, isn't it? Because working in an office, traveling, you get to go out and you get to see people. But then again, working from home, it's cozy. You can have a cup of coffee. You can watch a bit of telly in your break. So I kind of feel like I would like to do both. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Yeah, on days like this, and when you've got rain and snow, definitely working from home is probably a benefit. Anything out on Monday? I think there's another Rocky Steelbook. I think it's Rocky 3. I think the Core, that's the main one that I'm looking for Monday, the 4K release of the Core. So I don't know if that will come with a slipcover because it's Paramount. It might not, because it's a catalogue release. But I'm looking forward to getting that. I actually really enjoy that film. I think that, and I'm sure there is another one out. I can't quite. Oh no, it's the week after. It's Red Eye with Cillian Murphy. Was it Rachel McAdams, isn't it? That's a bloody good film. It's about time it had a Blu-ray release. Ken's here. Hello. Enjoy your day. Decent bit of snow here in the... Everybody's got snow. I can't talk about snow because we haven't got any. We must be the only sods in the whole country that hasn't got anything. AJ says, I did work from home a lot over COVID, yeah, but found myself becoming lazier and lazier. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the thing that I would have a problem with as well. You'd just be so into being in familiar territory and lazing out, chilling back, making a cup of coffee whenever you want, and not walking around, because at least getting out and going to work, you know, I stop in Tesco's on the way to work in the morning to get me dinner, and then I have to walk around the office from the table to the printer probably about 50 times a day. But it does get me to get up and walk and get my steps in. So that's all good. And, you know, that wouldn't happen if I was working from home. I'd be just like walking from the office to the toilet 50 times a day because I'd be drinking too much bloody coffee. Oh dear. Hello. Magic what? Mega evil jester. Oh, mega evil jester. Hope you get on okay, dude. And are you getting the Texas Chainsaw mascara 4K set? I don't know. I probably won't. To be perfectly honest, I think I've only seen the original and the remake that came on streaming. I don't think I've seen anything else. It's getting really steamed up in here. I can't see who's walking past. It looks like Darth Maul's walking past. I don't know why her face is red. Yeah. AJ says, yeah, also your work and home start merging. It's better to have them separated. Yeah. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray previews Australia. Sup, big pilot. Not a lot. Another one that's been suckered into the tagline. Paul's at hospital. What's happened? Oh, dear me. Yes. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, God, I can't remember now. Oh. No, I've forgotten it. Oh, I've forgotten it. I had something on the... I had something on the tip. It's just completely gone now. I'm sure it'll come to me in a minute. If you do hear kind of like it's rain on the window. I'm excited to see Super Mario Brothers. I saw the trailer for that. I probably wasn't blown away as much as a lot of people. Thing is, I never grew up with the Super Mario Brothers games. I mean, they were around when I was growing up, but I was never into Nintendo or like the early PlayStation systems. I kind of like phased over all of that. I mean, I had back in the 80s, I had the Atari 2600 games console, you know, the machine where you just slap the cartridge in. Sophisticated graphics like Pong. Yeah, I had that back in the 80s. And then I went into Spectrum. So I went into Sinclair. I had a Sinclair Spectrum 48K with a rubber keyboard. Then I had a Plus. Then I had a Plus. Then I had a Plus 3, which I think was the one that had the tape deck on the end of it. So I went into that side of the computing, and then I kind of molded myself into PCs and then started playing games on PC. So I never really had those consoles, like those Nintendos or things like that, or is it SNES, stuff like that, or NES or whatever it's called. I'm not sure. You can tell I'm not a gamer. So I never had any of that. So I never played any of those games. And then probably the first console that I had after the PC probably was the first Xbox. So I never even went into the PlayStations. I briefly had a PlayStation 4 a couple of years ago, but I found what with YouTube and watching films, I really didn't have the time to play lots of well thought out games. So I decided to sell it to my niece. Yeah, I didn't give it to her. I sold it to her. Take it. Yeah, I sold it to my niece so she could take it to university with her. But I think she had fun with it. I think she used it and watched a lot of movies. So yeah, so Super Mario Brothers. The only thing really I know about it is the Bob Hoskins film, which I don't think I've got on Blu-ray. I don't think. So yeah, that's probably why I'm not as excited as a lot of gamers or a lot of people that are familiar with it. It was the same with Pikachu. You know, I was never into any of the Pikachu stuff, but you know, I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed that last film that came out. That says, just got your message about the end credit scene. It was a 5-second clip. I'll message you. Oh, okay, thanks. A bit terrible to find out that it's something that's going to set up Scream 7 or something at the end, like, oh, someone's alive. AJ, got to get back to some work. Have a good day. Yeah, you too, mate. Thanks for popping by, AJ. We've got 24 people in the chat, so that means 6 people got bored and decided to go and do something more interesting. I don't blame you. Yeah. What I was going to say was my current video slate at the moment. I know a lot of you know, that do YouTube and do Instagram and stuff like that. It's all a matter of time, isn't it? Trying to find time to slot in videos when you've got either life or you've got work. And I was trying to do my 2 videos, you know, the What Flick and the Poundland Bin videos on a weekly basis. Because I've had a lot of messages of people saying that they really miss those videos, and I enjoy doing them. So I was trying to do them on a weekly basis, but then things happen in the week, you know, even unscheduled, like you decide to go to the cinema, or you have to go shopping, or this or that, or have to wait for an appointment. Kind of like throws you out, so you don't get time to record it. And unfortunately, I haven't had time to do anything for this weekend. Normally I would have either 1 or 2 up. Excuse me, that's the coffee coming back. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed that I haven't managed to get a Poundland Bin done or What Flick done for this Sunday, because it kind of like feels like I'm letting my lovely viewers down. Yeah. And that's why I stepped back from doing 2 a week, because it used to be a What Flick on Saturday and then a Poundland Bin on Sunday. And I've just decided just to do 1 a week now. So, and alternate them. So, you know, like this Sunday would have been What Flick, next Sunday would have been Poundland Bin, and so on. I think that's an easier way to do it, because I can get at least one of those ones done during the week. But unfortunately, this week, because of all these shift changes, it's kind of like thrown me off my game. Jim Jam is here. Hello, matey. I hope you haven't been buried under all that snow up there. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray says 27 in there, 23 in there now, so even more got bored. Jim Jam says snowed more. Oh my god. Flipping over. Yeah, poor Richard. Richard Hollyoak, he was going to go and see Scream, I think, yesterday, but I think they either cancelled the screenings or there was too much snow for him to go out. He messaged me, yeah. Ethan Jordan, hello. Morning, Pauly. Have a smashing day. I'll throw some milk bottles. That'd be a smashing day. I think that's the general consensus, isn't it, for Scream 6? It's like I said in my little review I did. You know, it shouldn't work. It should be crap. You know, you've had 6 films in a franchise about this person in a mask that goes around stabbing people. You can't prolong that over 6 films, but they've done something really good for this one, and fresh and a new location, great new characters, and it just really worked. A few people have said that they didn't like Scream 5 or hated Scream 5, but I rewatched it the other night. I thought it was a bloody good film, really good, one of my top ones. But yeah, for Scream 6, it really shouldn't work, but it has. It's all about the writing, isn't it? Oh yes. Sean Barbara says, still logging down here in Warsaw, or is that too lagging? Sorry, it's a smaller screen than I'm usually looking at because it's in my car on my phone rather than my iPad. Have you seen The Bad Guys yet? Is that animated film? I haven't, if it is. Jim Jam went out for milk and bacon. Okay. Dawn Wyman says, watch Alita. That is one that's still in the flick bin that I have yet to see. That, God, when was that? When did that come out? I remember when that came out at the cinema, and I was like 10-15 minutes into the film, and all of a sudden the screen went shit, and the projector had broke, and I never got to see it in 3D. I do actually have the Blue Fans 3D Steelbook, so I can watch it in the 3D, but it's just been in the flick bin, and I've just been waiting to pick it out. So, yeah, maybe that's the thing about the flick bin, is that I only pick out the films and then watch them. Maybe I should just try and trim it down a bit and just watch some films random that I've got in the collection if I get time. You know, rather than putting on Empire Strikes Back for the umpteenth time, or E.T. again, or something like that. Just to pick something off the shelf that I haven't watched and do that. Matt is going again on Saturday to see Scream. Ghostface is not messing about in this one. No, I know. Absolutely. Flipping Nora, the amount of in this one. That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, he's not acting like Michael Myers in the last Halloween film, is he? I actually thought, though, when I first saw the trailer for Scream 6, I thought it was going to be kind of like a more paranormal edge to it. Because in the tagline in the film, it was like, I'm something different you've never seen before. And then there was that scene in the grocery store, and he kind of like darted really quick, kind of like supernatural, like he disappeared. Obviously, seeing the film, it's different, but I kind of felt like maybe they're going to up it to kind of like supernatural type of change the story. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's better than it should be. Malibu Stacy watching Scream tonight. Fantastic. And stay to the end because there is an end credit scene. David is here. Hello, David. Beetlejuice 2 being confirmed. Oh, yes, baby. Is it really? Fantastic. Hopefully Michael Keaton, because you can't have Beetlejuice without him, can you? Oh, excuse me. Apologies for all the burping, but I've got a lovely cappuccino here. Sean says Poundland have stopped stocking media now. They stopped ages ago, didn't they? I did pop in one the other day, and they had like 3 DVDs. I think it was Lee Evans Live, and about that many CDs. Yeah, so there wasn't even a Blu-ray. Has the DC animated series ever interested you? Just started getting a few myself. Yeah, I've got those. I've probably got about 7 or 8. You know, the ones that line up with a spine that lines up and it says like DC EU Extended Universe or whatever it's going to say. I've got all those, you know, as many as they've released so far. I've also got, is it Superman? Is it Red Sun? I think it's called Red Sun. So I've got that one. And I've also got the Justice League, the Final 5 or something. I got that one as a steelbook. That was a really cheap steelbook for a couple of quid. So I've got a DC animated films. I've just not got round to watching them. Yeah. I really need to get round to watching some shit. That's the trouble with YouTube and just buying them. You just kind of just go on your shelf and they just stay there, and then you get around to watching them about 5 years later. That's a habit that I've got to get out of. I've been stuck in that bloody rut, stuck in that habit for such a long time. You know, whatever I bought last week, you know, I bought the Rocky Steelbook. That would go on the shelf now, and that I probably would watch that in about a year's time or so. Oh dear me. I've got to get into the habit of buying something on a week and watching it within 2 weeks. You know, even if it's subscriber mail or if it's anything from one of the little studios that sends me stuff, or new releases, because otherwise all the interest goes out and it just stands on the desk, stands there on the shelf, gathers dust, and then I lose interest. And then maybe one day someone will say, "Have you seen this, Paul?" And I'll say, "No, I haven't seen it," even though I've owned it for 5 years. Samara Weaving at the beginning, yes. Yeah, I'm glad she didn't put on an American accent, and it sounded like she stuck with her native accent for that. Yeah, she looked a bit with that dress. Jim Jam missed the end credit scene as well. VHS says that what copy of Avatar Way of Water are you getting? I don't know. Has it been announced yet? I don't know if it's officially been announced yet. I'm hoping for a 3D release because I've got the first film on 3D and it's the best 3D. Hands down, it's the best 3D. Maybe they'll do a combo, a 3D and a 4K. You know, like they did with the Alita. They did with the Alita Battle Angel. They did a 4K and a combined 3D release. They should do that more often. HDL Media saw Scream 6 in 3D last night. Was a brutal watch. Yeah, there was a 3D and a 4DX showing combined at one of my local cinemas. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you really would have benefited from the 3D. It's not the kind of 3D film, but it could have been good depending on maybe the conversion. I've actually never tried a 4DX. I've got one just up the road from me. I've always been worried that I've heard rumours from people that their necks hurt or they've got cricks in their necks and they've got a backache and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not really sure if I want to put myself in that position. So if anybody's done a 4DX, is it really rough? Is it really bad? They've also got a Screen X as well, which I've never tried. So I go to see, I'll go to see stuff in the IMAX there, but I haven't actually used the 4DX and the Screen X. And what with the recent news that Cineworld might go down the shitter and close all their cinemas, that'd be a major blow because they probably spent about 70 to 80 million on equipping that Cineworld near me with all of that stuff. And the IMAX had been built for like 5 years. It took about 5 years to build it. So it'd be terrible if Cineworld go down the crapper and we lose all this stuff. Blu-ray and DVD collector. Hello, William. I need to take my book back to the library and there's no buses in this snow. I'm going to get a fine. Blimey, snow with William as well. Oh dear me. What's the fine? What's the usual fine for a library book these days? I can't remember the last time I actually went to the library. I must have been at school. Blimey. I do remember that they used to hire out movies though. They used to hire out DVDs. I take it they probably still do. Jim Jam's got no buses today. I hope you can get to work today, mate, if you're working. VHS. The most fun part of the Scream series is killing Ghostface. Killing Ghostface. Has he actually been killed? He hasn't, has he? Oh, you mean like when they're revealed at the end? When they're revealed, not because the funny thing with Ghostface is that they beat the shit out of him and throw things at him, kick him in the nuts, and just batter him about. And he looks like he gets hurt and falls down, but then gets straight back up again. But I'm not going to say anything about spoilers or anything like that. But Scream 6 at the end, I actually didn't think it was going to be the people or the person that it was. It's tricky to talk about that without spoiling anything. But then again, Scream 5 kind of shocked me at the end as well. Blitz is it Blitz? Yeah, Blitz is here. Hello. Look at my Blu-ray hunting. I'm always buying the DC animated movies. Love them so much. Yeah, I really must get round to watching them. I've got a Wonder Woman one as well. David says Michael Keaton confirmed Beetlejuice 2, but not sure Winona Ryder, actress, Wednesday series. Heard gonna be in it. Oh, they'll probably persuade her. I mean, she's got back into a lot of acting, hasn't she? And maybe she's on a high after Stranger Things. I'm sure they'll persuade her. B930, hello. Good morning. How are you this morning? And can you wait for Shazam? And the brilliant thing with talking about this shift swap that I've got is that next week I'm working Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm off Friday, and then I'm working Saturday and Sunday, which means I'm going to see Shazam on Friday. I think it opens on Thursday, doesn't it? But I'm definitely going to be going to see it in IMAX on the Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's going to be a blast. And then the week after, we got John Wick, haven't we? We've got like 3 hours of John Wick. Holy shit, I can't believe it's that long. But from what I've read, it's the best John Wick movie of them all. So I can't wait for that. I'm going to go see that with Lulu and Claire. So we'll be doing like a joint little review in the car. So expect some weird shit. Oh, hello, my dad's back. Oh, are you done?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. They come back now. They come back from the hospital. So I'm going to have to end it now and say thank you, everybody, for watching. And I'll catch up with you all soon. Bye.